My following words are ways for me to express myself for what is happening and why I think there's so much hurt and pain and just injustice around the world. Why it's happened before and why it's happening now. I think that it's people hurt from the past and experiences they've had to go through. I also think it's unhealthy homes with non-present parents raising children to experiment on their own with no supervision. It's communities with no voice to stand up for what is right. And if someone stands up for what is right, the next day you just don't hear of them. There is too much pain, fatigueness, sleepless nights, too many tense moments. So, you've probably asked yourself, when will this stop? Who will stop this? Or how can this be stopped? I think many times we sit here and try to blame God for things that are not going as planned. But God did not design us as robots. He created us and placed life inside of us. So, it's up to us. How will we care for Earth and the people that live inside of it? My heart is for all of Latin America, the United States, the continent of Asia, Europe, Australia, Africa, and even the parts of the world where there may not be a single fire burning for miles. In my opinion, it's so important to have healthy homes so that kids can grow up with a healthy mind and a healthy heart. I think a person does not have to be rich to live in a good environment. There is simply a need for love. Healthy love. What is healthy love? Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. What stands out to me right now is that it says that it does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. If you are a leader of any kind and you're listening to this video, I want to encourage you to rejoice only when the truth wins out. Don't be okay with the injustice happening around you. Whether you're a teacher of younger or older students, be a teacher with a good example. Celebrate what is good and stop what is bad. You may be a police officer. Please be a hero to your community. We need you to protect us from what really harms us. Lawyers, medical assistants, caretakers, every person is important to having a more healthy community, city, state, country, and world. What would happen if we really started working together? What do you think would happen if we put our differences to the side and focused on living a more healthy lifestyle? You know how in school they teach us about the life cycle? Well, what if we're not doing something right along the road? What if we're just so desperate to get to our next stage in life that we forget to live the current stage the right way? What if we get ourselves into situations we are not prepared for? And we start raising little ones in environments where they weren't created to live in. One night I spoke to someone that confirmed this for me. Broken individuals surround themselves with other broken individuals, and this begins to be our life cycle. I know we don't always get the life and the people we want in our lives, but I think that there's always time. There's always a moment where we can begin to change and be a difference in our surroundings. Romans 12:2 says, "Don't copy the behavior and customs of this world, but let God transform you into a new person by changing the way you think. Then you will learn to know God's will for you, which is good and pleasing and perfect." So I have a couple questions for you that I hope challenge your thinking right now to want to have change in this world and your life, your surroundings, your people, your friends. The first one is, how will you begin to share love and patience to those around you? Also, how will you begin to change the environment of your home? And the most important one, how will you decide to be a voice? I urge you, my brothers and sisters, for the sake of the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, to agree to live in unity with one another and put to rest any division that attempts to tear you apart. Be restored as one united body living in perfect harmony. Form a consistent choreography among yourselves, having a common perspective with shared values.